Hello friends, Running Kimono here. I take zero pleasure in today's video, but a story I wanted to share with all of the shoppers that love Dollar General on my channel. 141 are slated to close. And other than that information, I have a couple other bibs and bobs. We don't really know a whole lot at this point. What I do recommend is for you to choose your trusted news site, go to it and try and find the story. Just type in Dollar General store closures and something should pop up. And then just get the information from there. I'm not going to send you to a news site in case you hate them or you just don't believe what they're writing. Just try and figure out a site. It's all over the news right now about this story. And I read through a couple of them that very concisely broke it down. So they're slating that 96 stores will be closing, and also 45 pop stores will be closing, and then 6 pop shelf stores will be turned into Dollar Generals. That's not on top of the amount that are closing. The date and the location has yet to be released. Currently, Dollar General has 20,000 stores in the US, so the closure of 141 is less than 1%, not even 1%, because 1% would be 200 stores. So, I think right after COVID, they started building these stores a lot. And if you live in a super rural area, every 10 miles they have a store. I think it's going to be high theft area, probably where they will close them, or they have a strip with like $6 generals, boom, boom, boom. Maybe one of those might close, or underperforming stores, that is for sure. So we'll have to really keep an eye on this story. And only once I've seen a Dollar General in my region actually close. It's usually these stores do not close. So it was really surprising to see this one close. I was friendly with the manager at this one location, and she informed me that they basically don't have the lease for the building they were renting, and the person who owned the building sold it to somebody else, so they had to vacate. So that's why the store was closing. They used to have like really cool clearance stuff in there, so I used to frequent that store to grab a lot of photos. But yeah, they since closed, and I think now it's like some sort of clothing store. It's not even a store like a Dollar General. And essentially, what happened with the closure of this, there was a very chatty manager, and we used to talk quite a bit. Um, as the weeks marched on, so it went from like 50% off, and then they would start closing off the store more and more. So the back would have empty shelving, and then they would move the merchandise closer to the front. And every sale was final, and it was cash only at the end. Um, and they were very strict about that. And like whatever was remaining, you could get a deal on it towards the last couple of weeks. And then I think the last day, like many Dollar Generals, and I saw this before in a video somebody posted in like the Wisconsin area. The last day, everything in the store was 10 cents. Now, I'll let you know, not every store will do that, especially if they have other stores in the area. They'll just move the merchandise to like one of the other stores. But for whatever reason, some of these stores, if it's especially very rural, 10 cents for everything remaining. And it was like a lot of food that was remaining. Lots of the odds and ends that people just didn't want, clothing, that sort of stuff. But if you're a big time reseller, or, you might want to figure out the last day that the store's closing. And a lot of these stores that have excessive merchandise that they don't want to ship to a different store, or it's going to be discontinued, the manager might swing you a deal like a cart of stuff for $5. I know at Big Lots, there was a lot of store closures for that specific store last week. And it was a similar thing that you could get an entire cart of whatever was remaining for, you know, um, probably $10 or less, or $5 or less. I didn't make it to the closure of a Big Lots. I just didn't want to drive a big distance. But yeah, a lot of these stores, they'll either transfer the merchandise from store A to store B, but if there's some stuff like food that they don't have room to put in store B, they possibly will reduce it down to next to nothing, like 10 cents per item. And I remember some of these videos I saw on YouTube for the closures of Dollar Generals. The lines were hours you had to wait, because there was like one or two cashiers ringing up stuff nonstop, and it was a very long wait. That's it for this video. As always, we have to really keep an eye on this story, and we will catch you in the next one. And yeah, bye guys.